try this at home.
Okay, the time is at hand. Brothers and sisters, I know it's about to get crazy, but first, let's break down the appetizer portion of this episode. We pick right up where we left off, a friendly game of tag. But this is solo leveling, so instead of regular tag, it's more like stomp your ass out and then touch your lifeless body, because Hunter Ma goes giant form, destroying his agility stats, and starts throwing hands immediately with Japanese Hercules.
That's not his name. Why don't you actually learn the names if you're go-
I have a feeling I won't need to know a lot of people's names judging by the end of this episode. So, Chairman of the Reapers Guild, LTG...
You serve zero purpose. You should...
No, not that LTG. Limtag you. LTG is fighting this Sakamoto Days character, and he barely dodges a nasty head kick. But Discount Sakamoto Days assassin is a close-range fighter, so he scrambles, trying to get some distance, and then starts Remy LeBeauing this man. He better watch his friendly fire though, because Hunter Ma and Hercules are playing Stomp the Yard nearby. Now, the guy Yunho is chasing down doesn't really want to fight him because, well, he's a man. And all his smoke is reserved for hot women. Yunho wonders if Goto Ryuji is using this situation to test Incel Mask's metal, to see if he can hack it on Jeju Island, and so he transforms a little bit more. Incel Mask is actually just scared, so he just takes off, and Yunho follows him. Park Jong-soo, A-rank security guard, is watching the fight and acknowledges that he wouldn't stand a chance against these S-ranks. But his personal throat soldier, or translator, or whoever he is, immediately starts gaslighting him.
Oh, you're so strong, Master. I'm sure you'd have a chance.
Sure, buddy. Now, while they're all talking, Japanese Hercules is dusting his hands off, like a farmer after planting himself a dumbass tree, because Hunter Ma is done. But he takes the loss like a G, and there's no hard feelings. We cut to the Sakamoto Days assassin doing a wall slam on LTG. Hey, bro, this is not that kind of fight. Just take the W and move on. So right now we have Hunter Ma and LTG out. They're donezo. And Yunho and Hunter Cha are the only two left for Team SmackDown. Yunho is still chasing Incel Mask, Japan's number 13 hero, but Buddy has peeled off and left him with Sakamoto Days assassin and Japanese Hercules. Yunho gets in his feels, but it's actually simple math. They do have enough people to jump both of y'all, so logically that's what they should do. Hae-In is absolutely dancing on Yakuza Girl, who can't even predict her next move. She catches her coming in, flips her calf off, dances behind her and tags her, and starts hitting the craziest 40-yard dash to go help out Yunho, who is currently getting jumped. But Incel Mask comes in with the "Where's my hug at?" out of nowhere, and Hae-In hits him with rapid-fire slaps just out of instinct. It was a mistake, but she felt that bro was a Manetta-level threat and responded subconsciously. But now, Incel Mask is enraged, and with the entirety of 4chan cheering him on, he's ready to get some vengeance. Goto Ryuji's tomboy translator wants to know if they should, stop him from crashing out, but we all know if he's in control, it's gonna be a late stoppage. Buddy starts spamming straight rights like a young Vitor Belfort, but Hae-In is defending pretty well. He hits the ground to create a smoke screen and comes in from behind. Goto still ain't doing shit, so instead we get Chairman of the Waifu Protector Guild, Jinwoo, blocking bro's kick. He asks Jinwoo who he is, and Jinwoo says, a Chad, and flips Incel Mask face down, putting him in the Stop Resisting special. Goto clearly wasn't going to do anything, because as you can see, he still has his arms crossed. But he also probably doesn't buy at all that Jinwoo is a mage. Jinwoo gets Cha to agree to taking a loss, and Baek Yunho has also lost, so it's a 1-3 loss in total for Team SmackDown. Now, Goto wastes no time. He wants to spar with Jinwoo immediately, and Jinwoo wants to test his strength after, his victory in Hueco Mundo. Goto is getting annoyed that he won't stop smiling, and finds out that Jinwoo will only spar with him if he agrees to hold nothing back. We cut to Juhee, who's watching news of the upcoming Jeju Island raid, and the call to any hunters willing and able to defend the mainland as a backstop in case of failure. And because she's a queen and a goddamn patriot, she gets on the phone to do her part. We cut back to the gymnasium, where everyone's watching Jinwoo and Goto warming up, and Yunho talks with Hae-In. She asks whether they should, prevent the match from happening because they're allies, but Yunho knows she doesn't really want that. They're all curious to see just how strong Jinwoo is. And Goto comes in hot. No glove touching, no nothing, just malicious intent, while Jinwoo is still talking and off guard. Jinwoo dodges the attack, and Goto knows for sure there ain't no way this man is a mage.
High grade, better one.
So they get right back to it. He's walking Jinwoo down with crazy pressure. But this looks familiar. Bro is in that Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather, Vasily Lomachenko weave cycle, and he's dodging every single attack. Goto is fast, but he's clearly fast enough to react to those blows. Goto catches him smiling again, and he is understandably pissed off. So he ups the pressure. But Jinwoo has level 100 foot speed and agility, and crazy dominant cruise style footwork, so he is still dodging every single blow. Hae-In can see that he's not just evading, he's actually in control, choosing to be in the defensive. But this is getting on Goto's nerves, so he decides to switch out the rubber bullets for some green tips, and comes at Jinwoo with a warp speed dash that Jinwoo barely avoids. It slices his cheek open, but he's not smiling anymore. Goto presses in with a second blow from close range. And it's clear that he really thinks he did something until the smoke clears and Jinwoo has grabbed this man's hand. And he's smiling again. He tells Goto, "You reach, I teach, big dog." Goto notes that he grabbed his hand when he could have grabbed his wrist and, won the match. And Jinwoo admits that he doesn't want the match to end. And he doesn't think that Goto wants it to end either. So they hop back and they both go Super Saiyan. And everybody knows this cannot turn out well. One of them is for sure going to end up getting hurt, and, the raid has to still happen. So they dash in, Hunter-Cha and Yunho restrain Jinwoo, and Goto gets restrained by his boys, and also, one of his boys raises an ice wall in between them. After the match is over, Jinwoo chills out, gets praised by Hunter-Ma, and reveals that he was able to get a grasp of how powerful these S-ranks are, and also send 5 of his warriors into their shadows, on some, NSA surveillance type shit. This also clearly helps him make up his mind about, coming on the Jeju Island raid. While everyone heads on their respective ways, they find out that Jinwoo will not be taking part in the raid. Damn. Jongin Choi probably isn't happy about that, but he saw what Jinwoo saw and knows that it's now or never. This is their best chance. They have to win. Jinwoo heads home and has a lovely family dinner. His family needs him right now more than the hunters do. And they should be fine. He will not be going to Jeju Island. We cut to Jeju Island, and the disgusting, abominable Ant Queen and her filthy, disgusting subjects. They are desperate, cannibalizing each other with nasty-ass ant noises because food has run out. They must get off the island, and to do that, she needs stronger offspring. And within a massive egg in the disgusting ant chamber, an ant stirs, tearing its way out of the egg before hardening like armament hockey and standing up. It unleashes a demonic, hellish cry, sending a beam of energy up into the sky and a pressure wave of power and killing intent across the sea. BERU has awoken. We cut back to the mainland and see some familiar faces preparing for what's coming, including Byung-gu, Junho, Song-yi, Ju-hee, and Song-chi-yu. And with Chairman Go looking out the window, it's finally time. A carrier group surrounds the island, with helicopters on board ready to drop the Korean hunters off. Byung-gu shows up right at the last minute in full Assassin's Creed attire, and he and Yunho give each other the meatiest dap I've ever seen in anime. The Japanese hunters have already made landfall and are now in the proper positions to initiate the raid. And it's a go. Goto gives the signal to release their full strength, and with that, Jeju Island 4, Hell in a Cell, is underway. The ants come streaming out, beelining for the strong sources of magical power. But they're also headed for the hunters in the helicopters, so Jongin Choi steps up to handle it, casually flinging fireballs and exploding the ants before he hits them with a supercharged burning attack, frying them and smiling maniacally because he's ready to get his S-rank exterminator badge. With the way clear, the hunters make landfall, and from one of the ships, the disorientation signal is broadcast, disrupting the ant hive mind. Japan's hunters are easily handling the ants coming at them, easily enough that they wonder if they should literally just kill all of the ants instead of waiting for the Korean hunters to kill the queen. Inside the anthill volcano, SEAL Team 6 is wondering which tunnel they should head down because they don't have time to search them all. Without Jinwoo's op sense, Jongin Choi decides to get creative and firebomb every single hole. The one with the least or maybe no smoke would be the deepest, and the deepest tunnel would lead to the queen. We cut to Jinwoo, who's doing push-ups in the park. This man is enjoying the sunshine and fresh air and finishing his daily challenge without a care in the world. But he does have to convince himself once again how strong the hunters are and that they'll be fine without him. We'll see. The covert team reaches the horrific, skin-crawling egg chamber in their search for the queen. And they lay eyes on the broken egg of the Ant King, knowing whatever came out of that nasty-ass shit is going to be some kind of problem. This is a drastic evolution. But they haven't found the Ant King or Queen yet, even though they're definitely still on the island. I wonder where they could be. Japanese Hercules needs to be healed. He's been ripping off ant heads, and one of them happened to bite his shoulder. And the healer, Shimizu, clearly wants something in return for this healing. But, they're out of time. Another wave of ants is headed their way, and it's time to be serious. BERU attacks, taking off Shimizu's head and making his presence known. Jinwoo's peace will not last for long, for the S-ranked king of the ants is ready to destroy all he holds dear. All bets are off, and Jeju Island is not safe for anyone. I cannot wait for episode 11, baby. Please, if you're still here, just like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And if you don't, honestly, thanks anyways for stopping by and dropping me a view. Peace.